Right?
Frogs, niggas.
All my wrists is frogs. All my
I saw a blog earlier you guys did with DNA when he was talking about why certain battle rappers.
I wanted to ask y'all that question.
Charge smack more. And I do understand we are the world's most respected, and that is the moniker and the things that we wear and own up to, and that's fine. But that's about
serious.
But that's about marketing and about pushing our company to have that perception, and I think it's worked, and we do get the most people that turn out. But at what point, how do you equate the difference? And I say that to say, so if an average battle league gets 150 to 200 people to show up, and then maybe we get
I don't believe
600 people, right? 600 people, right? So so it is a little bit more money generated, it's more people made, but the majority of the time, two things are happening. One, when they come in the URL, they want the most money, and then on top of that, they want their opponent to be as big as they are, if not bigger. They won't take a smaller opponent that they'll take at the Bobcat Battle League. You know what I'm saying? So now you're forced in a situation where you're paying this guy more money than he's accustomed to getting, and he wants an opponent that's his level or the same level of him in terms of profile or bigger, who's going to require the same if not more money. So now you have an expensive situation. You know what I mean? Where and it's like the money is not that different, in terms of the attendance. You know what I'm saying? We just have a big perception and a huge influence because URL was first in terms of documenting and introducing this style of battle rap to the world. So there's always going to be a high level of authenticity that stands out above everybody else. It's
it's original shit. It's crazy to touch on what Beasley just said. I just watched the Floyd Mayweather interview this morning, and everybody's talking about him versus Conor McGregor, and then Dana, what's his name? Dana White. Dana White coming to the table, and Floyd Mayweather says to him, "Yo, I've made $100 million X amount of times. That's my price." They obviously boxing generates more money than UFC. They did whatever. Floyd is not gonna go from boxing and take less money to go
on UFC.
To the UFC. It doesn't work that. Your price is your price. Don't give me my price. These guys, don't tell me your price is 40, 50,000. They're gonna do something for $5. That's insulting. You know what I'm saying? And people don't realize how insulting that is.
My thing is this. There's been times where guys have gone across the border to other leagues, right? And they'll say, "Yo, man, you know what I'm saying?" I'll be like, "Yo, you battle for 1,500. I'll give you 2,000, or maybe 2,500, right?" And then they'll be like, and they'll suck their teeth and they'll act like they're looking out for us.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? This is the kind of stuff that we experience. So, oftentimes it's crazy. Or I've seen guys say, "Yo, man, for a battle like that, man, I'm gonna need 10,000." Right? And I'll say, "Nah, man, you're not gonna bring that return." And then they'll turn around and do the battle for 3,000.
Yeah.
So it's just like certain things are just not worth it. So understand, we're not gonna have every single battle, and that's fine. We've walked away from battles before, i.e., Loaded Lux versus Hollow to Die, and then look what impact that had on that company. It made the company change its name and basically had the break stripped down for a year or two to recuperate, and now you have a whole different name, different ownership. It destroyed the core of the company because the economics behind the revenue generated were just off. The numbers are off. It was a bad situation, a bad deal. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. Hold on, I'll be right back. Talk the streets don't know.
All right, no problem.
Beasley gonna do like 10 or 15 pull-ups right now.
But yeah, so just speaking on continuing on what Beasley was talking about, just when it comes to, what DNA had said prior to that, just speaking on, if I do go on URL, you guys are the biggest league, I should get paid the most because, y'all the biggest league and it only makes sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
His example was the Barclays Center versus Lush or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But what I'm saying is, at a certain point, I'm in agreement with that, and I believe that we do pay above what people get paid out here. You know what I'm saying? To battle. Like, everybody's like, oh, I want this, I want that, I want this. All these big rappers who getting booked for all this stuff, you see it takes them years to get booked. No one else is booking them at the prices that they're requesting. So it automatically becomes our responsibility when there's other leagues in the landscape that can book these artists, but nobody's booking them at those rates. Nobody's paying those rates.
Your price is your price, my nigga. Like, I don't believe in, I'm going to take $1,000 down the block and charge a nigga 20. Especially the league that really put me on. And made people actually want to pay me, because if it wasn't for us putting you out there, none of them niggas is going to pay you. Let's be honest with you. What's really the success rate of all these guys that don't bet on URL? The only people getting booked for events in Cali, Texas, Germany, are all guys from the URL. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's insulting. Like I said, with the Floyd situation, your price is your price. Floyd ain't gonna go fight down the block for $50,000.
I got a business question.
What's up?
We talk about this all the time on Mondays. Is you guys are a business, which most people, whether they want to accept or not, you have to respect the fact, right?
Yeah.
So when you look at the business of basketball, football, they treat it as a business. They care about the players, but they care about business. So one of the things they do is they create a salary cap, but everybody has to be on the same page, and therefore all of the teams in different cities can all survive. You guys ever consider maybe creating a union with other leagues so that if there's a cap, we know we can't go over the cap. Just like the NBA, we probably discussed pushing the cap forward.
See, the problem with that is we live in a time of renegades. You feel what I'm saying? So there's two problems with that. One, the first, that's actually a brilliant idea, and it was actually discussed in the past, where this was maybe around in the grind time days. You know, we were just discussing salary caps because things were getting out of control. But the problem is, anybody thinks they could do a battle league. Just like anybody thinks they can start a record label. So, what's up, man? My name is Little Shaky from Alabama. I'm starting the Alabama Battle League. And Little Shaky might have some old drug money that he wants to put up, and he doesn't know the business. He doesn't know the economics of the business. So he calls a top tier battle MC, and the top tier battle MC says, "Let me see how far I can push Little Shaky." Yo, Little Shaky, man, it's gonna be 8,000. No problem. That's what they pay you up in New York. I'm gonna do it. And then Little Shaky gives them 8,000, and then they think that that's their price now. And then generally what happens is they spend all this money on booking the artist, and then they shoot it on a camcorder, or the footage is compromised, or something terrible happens, and then Little Shaky doesn't make this money, and he gets out of the game. So there's no real way to control it. And then the other problem is that the majority of the battle leagues, they're in competition with us.
They don't want to work together.
They don't want to work. Well, they'll rather right. But see, the thing is, they'll rather overpay the artist to get the battle because they think that's going to change their profile as a league. But this takes years to do. One battle is not going to do it. They're going to watch your battle. They're going to say it was great, and then next week they'll be off to the next one, back watching this league or that league.
It is the NBA. There is no NBA. It is the NFL, NBA, the Super Bowl, whatever. This is where it is. I don't really care about nobody in the league. To be honest with you, I'm just blunt. Like, this is where everybody dreams to be. Nobody dreams to be anywhere else. This is where it's at. And even coming up as a kid, if you wasn't on Smack DVD, it wasn't really relevant. There's other DVDs, but Smack is the one that made the stars. And to add on to the point of the revenue situation, you need revenue coming in. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these fans, if you throw up, we're going to charge you $2 to watch the battle, they start crying. You know what I'm saying? If you can't run a business without revenue, you can't keep your bar open if niggas ain't buying drinks. You know what I'm saying? So if niggas ain't buying battles and they're just watching them for free all the time, you're not able to now establish a salary cap because there's no revenue coming in.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the biggest problems is supporting. You say right now, yo, we're dropping, let's say, Chess versus Av tomorrow. We charging $1. You going crazy?
That's why we do it free.
But yet they gonna go buy a $300 Gucci belt and they never met the person that made Gucci.
Right.
And that's the problem.
Or what they'll do is they'll buy their favorite recording artist's album, right? And they'll have 16 songs on them, and there'll be 2 to 3 songs on there that are good, that they actually like. The other 14 will be throwaways. And then they'll ride with that artist. No, man, it's all right, man, but I like your single. And they'll still download or cop or stream the album. every year, knowing that this artist is only going to have 2 to 3 songs on the album. But with battle rap, that Battle MC have one battle, they drop big giant meme posts in Facebook. Looking back, I realized he wasn't as good as he was. Or if the guy drops a mixtape, they'll destroy it without even listening to it, just because it comes from the culture. They won't even give it a shot or listen to it. They'll just say it's terrible and it sucks, and they'll destroy it. So I've never seen a culture where people love something so much but destroy it at the same time.
And it's sad, man.
It's sad, man.
I put up a post on Facebook and I did an interview, and that's how the GoFundMe came about. Because there was some fans that were like, "Yo, we want to support Smack. We love what you're doing. We watch this at DVD days." So I just threw it up there. This is a test fund. Let me see how many people. Now,
So let me piggyback on that.
Yeah.
Fans like myself who believe on what you're doing, understand the difference on both sides of the coin. Besides it going for me, what can we do to support you guys? Saying, hey, I know your format may not fit every hitter we like, whether you want to talk about the top people that we saw growing up, but we don't want you to fall off, or we want to show you that we. What can we do on our end to show you that to keep going?
Honestly, like this is, I told Bees, like people should be paying for battles. Whether it be $1 a battle.
And when you say paying for battle, you're not talking about me going to the battle, because you pay admission when you get in.
Like say for instance, we got a subscription based thing or whatever, or we charge per battle. Let's say $2 per battle.
$2.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Support it. Just purchase it. Because
Okay.
now that's revenue.
You're talking
coming
about the
in.
release at the battle.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
So like I was telling Bees last time, a battle, say if a battle gets 1 million views, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chances are there's 1,000 people in the venue. So that means, let's say all 1,000 people pay for a ticket.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? 1 million people watch it. It's less than 1% of the people that actually really supported that battle. They actually paid money for that battle. That's insane.
Or compared to who saw it.
Exactly, but exactly. You got millions of people watching it.
Okay.
Now, people
Hold on, I gotta play devil's advocate. What about the fans who would say,
No, do your thing.
No,
what
no.
about the fans would say, from a viewership standpoint, I'm supporting you from views, from YouTube, and therefore I feel like I may have not paid, but we assume you would generate some form
You're
of
assuming.
revenue from
Let me ask you a question. You know why you're able to watch the Toronto Raptors
I'm
free?
listening.
Hey guys.
You know how you're able to watch the Raptors for free? LeBron James play for free. The NFL play for NFL teams play for free because they have things called deals. They have the Fox sells the NFC.
Oh, okay.
They have TV deals.
Okay.
So there's revenue.
Advertisements.
There's advertisement.
Okay.
And they buy that package. NBC's gonna buy Thursday Night Football. You know what I'm saying? Fox is gonna take the NFC. That's revenue. That's how they're able to see this stuff for free. We don't have Nike. You got Nike signed to us?
No.
Do we have Under Armour? Do we have Reebok?
Not yet.
Nobody. We have me, Beasley, Smack, and Chico. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So
And the relationships.
You think, exactly. Relationships that we have with other people. So if you don't support what we're doing, if you're not actually spending money on what we're doing, how do you really support? You can watch all you want. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not really out there supporting, I'm not asking for a handout. We bust our ass. You know what I mean? Like Beasley works his ass off. We do Smack. You know what I mean? Like, but if you don't support it, who wants to work for free?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me get 2 shots. I'm gonna walk out and not pay for them. That's exactly what they want to do. Like, it's crazy.
Or they want to bootleg it, they want to be in. If you put the thing on the pay-per-view, they strip the pay-per-view stream.
What are
They
your
rock
what
that.
are your thoughts on the pay-per-view this year? Because I realize a lot of leagues.
Let me tell you what I don't like about pay-per-view.
Okay.
Aside from the business of it, I don't think the return of it is as much. What people have to understand, URL is a different monster. You know what I'm saying? You can tell by our viewership. So the piracy of our stream is going to be 5 times more than any other league stream.
nice
So
like
you
that.
can't. It's not just the artist who's on the stream or who's on the card. Because think about it like this. I've seen people do big cards. Like when we were doing Summer Madness 5, there was another league that had all of our guys booked. All the top tier was supposed to be the biggest event in battle rap that year. Oh man, they're gonna shut URL down. Oh, they're where it's at. They making memes. This is the real Summer Madness. Blah 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 blah. Oh, all these battles are action packed. Blue do do do. Everybody's flying to the city to see this event, and it was a flop. FLOP. Right? It had everybody on it. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? The Summer Madness battles come out, views through the roof. Battles come out, The majority of them fairly good. These battles had the top tier stars. The battles stunk. The event was a failure,
it's a different
right?
feel.
And what I'm saying is that even with all that, it's just not the same thing. It's like watching Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker and they're not beefing with Vince McMahon. It's just not the same thing. So with pay-per-view, our piracy is going to be 5-6 times higher than the average league's piracy. That's number one. Number two, I think that pay-per-view steals excitement. You know, you watch it live, and what happens is they watch it, and then there's no anticipation.
When it drops,
there's no talk. There's no people speaking about it. There's no barbershop conversation. It's nothing. It's like it's exciting.
It's like a microwavable
like,
battle.
Bam! It's over. There's nothing to look forward to.
Saying this because it's once you stream it, it's out there.
Yeah.
So when we record our stuff, put it, and then people are talking about they can't wait. They heard about this. This hearsay. Is the water cooler talk like, yo, I can't wait to see it.
It builds up the anticipation.
Exactly.
I understand.
And honestly, if it was really profitable, hell yeah.
I mean, we've done it. It was okay. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I
but to
believe
me,
you did it twice.
yeah,
I believe you
but
did it
for
twice.
me though, I like the excitement. I like the control. I like the anticipation. I like what that builds. You know what I'm saying? The pay-per-view is cool. I'm not saying we won't do it again, but half the people that say, "Yo, man, do a pay-per-view, man," they're ready to steal the content.
I believe it.
They're ready to rob it. They're ready to take it and be done with it.
You might have to hustle back where it's pay-per-view, but it's selected battles. You won't get all the battles.
We try. We could do that, but it's like these people. I mean, I just want people to support, man. Like, especially
Either way, it seems like you guys are in a rut.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get out.
Yeah.
It sounds like
I mean,
a hard situation.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
We
It's just-
got our things, but like, and then I just also feel that, like I said, like I just feel that it just steals it. Like, I think one thing that makes URL different from other leagues is that people don't want to lose on there because they know everyone's gonna see it.
It counts.
It matters a little
only
more.
place that it
Matters,
counts.
man.
Yeah.
Like,
the only place
you
it
know, if you lose and you go to the barber shop, you're gonna feel it.
And I heard that language here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost it, but you know.
It
But
don't
nah,
matter.
I'm taking it serious.
There's so,
Yeah, well.
people don't understand. URL is not a battle league, man. It's really a culture, bro. It's
I
really
believe that.
it's really a feel. Like, it's like playing in the NBA. It's different than playing in Europe. You're not gonna be a legend. You can't be Michael if you don't play in the NBA. You're gonna be Oscar Schmidt playing in Europe. Y'all don't even know who that is. He led all of Europe and scoring for like 15 years. Do you care? No, because it's
And
not
Jordan.
the
Let me
NBA.
stop.
And if this is where legends is made. There's no such thing as a legend that hasn't battled on URL. There is none.
That's real. That's true. And
That's what I'm saying,
you can't
like-
even be considered. Like, it's not. You gotta touch the stage. I mean, there's other guys who have added to the culture
Yeah.
that have made an impact. You know what I'm saying? But it's not the same thing at all. No way.
Oh,
You know
Not
what I
even
would love to
close.
see you guys do on my last note? I would love to see you guys, I don't even know if this is possible, and I think this would kind of tackle all these pop-up leagues. I feel like you guys are leading, you guys should have the power to sanction someone to create a league. I don't know how we can make that happen, but we just can't be popping up with leagues, man. No disrespect, but somebody popped up with a bar across the street. If somebody popped up with the bar, tell me to get out shot. If someone popped up with the bar across the street, man, I would have like 8,000 people standing in front of across the street. I think you guys should have the right to sanction. I mean, you are leading the culture. You're doing the best. Some form of fashion, you should be able to sanction these other leagues before they make it happen.
They not even leagues. They just throw smack events and put their name on it.
You know
Right.
what? That's a good saying. That might. You know what? Say that might be
It's
true.
real shit. Like, I'll be like, hey, what's the next smack card coming out that we not throwing? That's how I be feeling.
You know, I want, you know, guys to just do events where, you know, they do an event with, they have 5 battles and it's 10 of their own guys. Nobody's doing that. I'm calling on the big leagues, the so-called big leagues, the guys over 100,000 subscribers. Do an event with your top 10 best guys. Don't use anybody from URL, and let's see how excited people are. See if they're excited about it. We do it all the time. All the time. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I mean? I want to see somebody else do that. Where they have it, well, like, you're grabbing guys, develop them, bring them up, push them to the top, make them hot. Listen, I'm letting it be known. I'm not going to book anybody from the number 2 leagues guys. I don't want any of them. I will never book them. I'm not interested in them. You probably will never see them here. Unless, somebody really blows up like that and, they decide to drop their flag and be exclusive to URL. But if they're not going to do that, and they're going to bounce back and forth to the number 2 league or the number 3 league, I'm just not interested in booking them. And that's fine. It's not a knock on their talent. It's just not good branding for us. You know what I'm saying? Once somebody is really branded in with another brand, I don't want them for me, because I believe in the laws of hip-hop, and I believe in the laws of originality and not biting and having your own identity and having your own style and your own feel. I take this to the core. You know what I'm saying? I was doing hip-hop since I was a kid. Like, I got pictures. Like, if you go on my Facebook, you see me and my cousin holding up the graffiti piece with the magic marker.
Yeah, the flat top.
I rolled on the wall. I was a break dancer. I tried to DJ. I tried to rap. I did anything that you could possibly think of that related to hip hop. You know what I mean? And I just take to heart those types of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see people doing other events similar to ours, like Rookies versus Vets, but then they just decide to name it, 2 guys from the league, and then they just call it like it's Rookies versus Vets. Like, I see all types of foolishness, and it's just nobody says anything about it. But like, we do one thing, and it's just like, URL is this and that. But that's cool. I accept it, and I take it in stride. But I just want people to realize it and understand it and accept it for what it is. But it's cool, man. Like, at the end of the day, we're happy with our development. I love what the new guys are doing. You know what I'm saying? And another thing too, everybody's saying like, when are the vets coming back? Why are you? The vets are here. We just had an event with Arsenal. We had Tay-Rock. We had Charlie Clips.
Surf.
We had DNA Book. We had Surf. No.
Surf was on, no?
Yes.
I can tell well.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. We had,
nigga
right? We had.
They be stuck in it. People like to see all the vets on one card.
Right. No one's doing that. Who's booking all the URL vets on one night on one card?
It don't make sense.
No one has done that in years, except for us. So when all these people writing, you guys are through with the vets, you're turning your back on the guys, and all those guys are booked. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we're not against the vets. We mess with the vets. We have respect for the vets, but some vets are inactive. Some vets are having personal issues. Some vets are not performing. So we use the vets that are active and the ones that are good.
If you don't. Yeah. If we book a bunch of vets, we gotta show love to the new guys. If we book a bunch of new guys, we're the vets.
Yeah.
We can't win.
But we had a nice, I think Gnome 7 was successful. Gnome 6 was successful. And we had a nice blend of vets and new guys.
We had Rum Nitty. We had
Let me tell you about the birds and the bees. Hoes flap when you whipping up a key. Don't stop till you froze up your sleeve.
Speaking of the new guys, right? What's the hardest, what's the difference dealing with the new guys coming in now, dealing with contracts and all the things, as opposed to before when you guys were bringing in new guys into the platform?
I think
I need a dark piece of Fonto. Had the blinds going blind, looking for narcos. Whipping the tar slow, scale it out, zipping and imprinted with barcodes. Fuck a runner back in the Civic, whipping the car slow. Can't go outside for a broad though. Might come outside if he want for my young boy. He testing me already, know he gon' want more. Cause my dope it be at 9. Watch the big fish on the hook, it might be a line. He was on the wrong corner, he smoked, homie a dime. We all for the quad 9. Acetone it down, we rock it and let it dry. When it hit the block, it's all gon' fly. Never ask questions and we never ask why. I said it's all gon' fly, but we never ask questions and we never ask why. Let me tell you about the birds and the